it's Dwayne, the Success King. Today I'm going to tell you a secret about business deals that most people don't know. Here it is. The less you need a deal, the more likely you are to get it. I know that sounds backwards, but think about it. Have you ever been around someone who seemed desperate? It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right, does it? You want to step away, but when someone is calm, confident, and sure of themselves, you're drawn to them. The same thing happens in business. That's why detachment, the ability to let go of neediness and trust the process, is one of the most powerful tools you can have in business. Today I'll explain what it is, why it matters, and how you can use it to close bigger and better deals. Now, before we get into this, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell so every time we upload great content just like this. Now let's get into it. Why neediness kills deals. We got to understand this. Imagine this. You're walking through a mall and a salesperson runs up to you. They keep following you, lowering the price, promising things they can't deliver just to get you to come into their store and buy. What do you feel? Pressured? Uncomfortable? Distrustful? That's exactly how clients, partners, and investors feel when you show up desperate for a deal. When you're too attached, you drop your prices below what you're worth. You agree to terms that actually hurt you. You chase after people who don't respect you. And here's the truth. Even if you get the deal, you lose. Why? Because you gave up too much. I once coached a business owner who was so desperate to land a client that he agreed to do extra services for free. At first, he was happy because he won the client. But soon he realized he was working twice as hard for less money. The deal didn't build his business, it drained him. So, why detachment builds bigger deals? Now, let's flip it. What happens when you're detached? Detachment means you know your value. It means you walk into a meeting saying, this deal would be great, but I'm fine without it. I want you to say that to yourself. Lock it in. This deal would be great, but I'll be fine without it. And you know what? People feel that strength. When you're detached, you stop forcing these bad deals. You're willing to say no and walk away. You make better choices because you're not blinded by fear. You attract better partners who respect your standards. You negotiate from power because you're not desperate. Here's a story. I worked with an entrepreneur who wanted a partnership with a big company. In the first meeting, the company offered small money and heavy restrictions. My client, instead of grabbing it, smiled and said, "Thank you, but these terms don't work for us." He walked away. A month later, the same company came back, offering double the money and better terms. Why? Because he showed them he didn't need them. That detachment is the kind of detachment we're describing to you today and how you will be effective at what you're doing in business. Now, how do you use it in your business deals? So let me give you some steps and some real life examples. Step one, have more than one option. If you only have one possible client, you'll feel desperate. Keep building your pipeline. A restaurant doesn't survive on one customer, it serves many. Step two, know your non-negotiables. Before a meeting, decide what you will and will not accept. I once turned down a contract because they wanted me to sign away too much control. Saying no opened the door for a better deal that fit perfectly. Step three, See yourself as the prize. Many times we think that the deal is the prize. No, see yourself as the prize. Let me coach you up a little bit. Clients aren't doing you a favor. You bring value to the table. You're not chasing them. You're inviting them. Imagine a sports team drafting players. They don't beg. They choose carefully. That's how you should see yourself. Step 4, prepare like a pro. Confidence grows when you're ready. If you know your numbers, your pitch, and your strengths, you don't feel the need to beg. You know what you're worth. Step 5, always have a next move. Detachment means you're never stuck. If this deal doesn't work, you already know what call, meeting, or project comes next. That way, not one no ever breaks you. And this is important. Now, let's look in my CBL pattern to see how this works. That's credit, business, life. Credit. Don't panic if one bank says no. Keep other lenders lined up. And no just means not here, not now. Business. Don't pull or put all your hope in one big client. We do this too much. Big systems are to be built. Keep marketing and have multiple streams of income. This is how you do it. Life. Don't measure yourself by one win or one loss. You're bigger than one deal, one mistake, or one moment. I had a client who was crushed when a single deal fell through. He thought it was the end. But once he practiced detachment, he realized that deal wasn't his only chance. Within 6 months, he landed 2 other contracts that paid more than double. That's the power of letting go. I want you to do me a favor right now as you're watching this video. I want you to say to yourself, I've got to learn to let it all go. You got to detach. When you detach, you're freeing yourself to be successful. So here's the truth. Detachment isn't about caring less. It's about trusting more. It's about knowing your worth, staying calm, and walking into every deal with confidence. When you do this, deals get bigger, people respect you more, and you stop settling for less than you deserve. My challenge to you in this video, in your next meeting, try detachment. Walk in knowing you're the prize. Be ready to walk away if the terms aren't right. Watch how different people treat you when you show up with that energy. Now, if you found this to be helpful, subscribe to this great channel. Here we talk about building credit, growing businesses, and creating a life that works, all with my believe, feel, act pattern. Well, I'm so excited. I want you to continue to move forward as we continue to share with you great keys that will help you live a successful life. Be blessed. Talk to you soon.